What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, check it out. California homeowners, I hope you're ready. I hope y'all ready to fork over some money to pay for these LA wildfires, because that's what's about to happen. They're about to hit us up in the pockets for these LA wildfires. I hope you're ready. All right. Every California homeowner could pay the tab for the LA wildfire. So even if you live in some red, super red area in California, and there's a lot of those, lots of big, mostly red Trump territory, MAGA country. There's a lot of that going on in California. Yep, you paying too. Because, the governor of your state is Gavin Newsom, all right? And the mayor of the biggest city in the state is Karen Bass. And even though you had nothing to do with putting these morons in office, you will be paying, all right? You will absolutely be paying. And if you don't live in the state of California, don't worry, they're coming for your pockets too, all right? California wildfire victims can claim $770 in federal payments, all right? That's everybody. That's taxpayers across the country. So, yeah, this is going to be paid for and taken care of by the taxpayers, even though y'all didn't have nothing to do with it. And I know some folks are saying, well, they gave the hurricane people $750, so $770 for the wildfire victims. What's the problem? Well, see, the problem is it's like the hurricanes to me are different, even though it's kind of related natural disaster. And then you got the Santa Ana winds that kind of, get the fire going. But you could do something about a fire, all right? You can prepare for a fire. You can put water in your fire hydrants, all right? There's more you can do. You can trim out and clear out all of that underbrush that acts as fuel for these fires once they get started. And that mitigates the situation. You can actually do something about that. Hurricane is just like a giant storm. It's just coming in off the coast. What are you supposed to do about that? Not a lot. If you choose to live there, you choose to live there. But there's more you can do, in my opinion, when it comes to fighting a fire, not going woke in your fire department, all right? Having some good firefighters on hand. I don't even think the fire department really is the issue. I think it's basically the preparedness and everything. The budget was cut, $17 million, shit like that. Like, there's more you can do for a fire. So to me, they're not really the same, all right? And especially you would think you would be prepared if you live in this area, all right? Like, I think I showed this to you guys before. A risk to homes. Homes in Los Angeles County have, on average, greater risk than 99% of counties in the United States. Not 99% of counties in California. Not 99% of counties on the western side of the country. Of the entire country. This is the biggest hotbed of fire activity anywhere. How are you not prepared? You should be more than prepared, over-prepared. I think I said this like on Film Thread or George the Giant Slayer. Like, we should be bringing people into us to show them how it's done. Oh, our fire preparedness, it's on a different level. Y'all don't even understand how to prepare for a fire like we do in Cali. I mean, that's how it should be because of all of it. Look at how red this area is, man. This is why we have all of these wildfires, all of this dark red that you see all over the place. Yeah, this is higher risk than 99% of counties in the entire country. All right. Because that's what this scale represents, So, yeah, in this little blank white area, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, So I ain't got no risk. But everywhere else, oh, yeah, total risk. And then, like, this little blotch, this little dark red blotch you see right there, yeah, that's Palisades, right? This is the Palisades. This is Malibu. This is basically where all that is at. And all of this stuff is right now on fire, up in smoke. It's just amazing to me that we still having these conversations about this stuff. But yet, Patricia Heaton from Everybody Loves Raymond, bless her heart, all right, she thinks that there are some harsh lessons that the deadly LA wildfires are teaching far-left Hollywood. Nah, that's not happening, okay? That's not happening. Patricia, I'm sorry to say, all right? I get where she's coming from, and she makes really excellent points in this article, but the fact that these people are far-left woke morons, there's no way in the world they're learning any lessons from this. Are you kidding me? There's no lessons being learned here. If you think for 1 second that having your house is going up in smoke, all right? I had pulled this up, man. This is the Palisades area. Look at this, right? Look at this. These used to be homes, all right? $1 million homes. This is absolute devastation, all right? The entire community just burnt to a crisp. If you think that having your house burnt to cinders, all right, your entire political ideology and voting basically has been put on display for the entire world to see. Oh, the people that voted for, these far left morons. Yeah, this is what they got out of all of that. You would think, hey, this should red pill some people. This should absolutely red pill some of these woke Hollywood types. Oh, no, that ain't happening, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. You haven't been paying attention if you think this is going to wake anybody up. But yeah, let's go ahead. I want to actually read through this and show you guys, like, this is the reason why this stuff isn't going to work, why people aren't learning any lessons. Patricia Heaton slammed California leadership, claiming officials dropped the ball regarding the response to the LA fires. Heaton, who has teamed up with LA Dream Center to help residents in need, said city leaders were not prepared and questioned where taxpayer money had gone in an interview with Fox Digital. The Everybody Loves Raymond star called for change after the very harsh lesson. Heaton explained, Los Angeles didn't seem prepared for the fires. No shit. Man, that was long. I mean, it was like Keystone Cops level of preparedness. Oh, damn, we ran out of water in the fire hydrants? How did that happen? Oh, we didn't fill up the aqueducts? Oh my God, man, we got all of this underbrush sitting here. We cut the budget by $17 million. Yeah, it's an absolute shit show. Okay. Which began burning January 7 in the Palisades neighborhood. Since then, multiple fires have burned in different areas of the star-studded city, destroying thousands of homes and businesses. The actress emphasized the need for forestry management and reservoirs actually filled with water. I mean, an actress can point this out, right? That's Patricia Heaton right there. Actresses can point this out because it's just common sense. You shouldn't need to. I mean, think about that, man. Hey, we need water in these reservoirs. You know, because California is a very dry state. We don't get a lot of rain, all right, especially in the LA area, you know, so we might have to reroute some water down here and fill them reservoirs up. You would think especially when this is the state or the area that you live in where you're surrounded by all of this. Yeah, it shouldn't take an actress to figure this out. I know some of the officials were saying, well, the system was overwhelmed. Well, in case of a huge fire, of course it's going to be overwhelmed, she told Fox News. You should know that and have been prepared for that. So I think there's a lot of money spent in LA and we can't figure out where it's going. Oh, it's going into people's pockets. Heaton insisted California residents can't just rely on the government to take care of things. It's people coming together in your community and insisting on getting stuff done. And sadly, this is a very, very, very harsh lesson. Well, again, this is the exact reason why they're going to continue to vote blue no matter who, because they just rely on the government. They just rely on the government. Daddy government will take care of me. Daddy government will take care of me. And guess what? When we get a crisis like this, you know what the government does? Hey, we didn't have enough money. Hey, you got to fork over some more bread. We didn't have enough money this time. But if you give us some more money, we'll take care of it. If you vote us more power, your problems are all solved. That's what happens. And then year after year, all of these morons, they just keep voting the same exact way. All right. Hollywood types getting out there on the campaign trail say, hey, you got to vote for this dude, that dude, whatever. Well, you voted for Gavin Newsom, even though we tried to recall him. All right. He's got a recall coming up. He's going to get recalled again. He's going to survive it. All right. You saw, and then I know you guys saw that video with Yvette Nicole Brown talking about Karen Bass.
And she's got a spine of steel.
Yes.
And she's also been a black woman in America a very long time. So none of this is new to her. We're mad because we're tired of it.
We're
tired
mad for her.
We're mad for her. And we're going to stand. Listen.
Why? And they want to blame someone. This is not the time to blame. It's time to get some resources. She has reached out far. We have planes coming in from other countries to help us. This is not the time. I need everybody to remain calm,
they need to leave her alone
be
and let her do her
vigilant,
work. Just let her do
support
her
the
work.
leadership,
Let her
support
do
Karen
her
Bass.
work.
That's all I can say. You cannot. This not the time.
It's time.
Ooh, y'all done got me upset.
She's had a great response so far to the fires as well.
Absolutely.
A great. She has done what she's had to do. She's jumped in there, and she's
And
got.
listen to this. We have fires every year, and I don't remember in the 30 years almost that I've lived in LA, I've never seen everybody react like this to
And
the mayor
blame-
and blame one person for a natural disaster.
Yes.
I've never seen it. Now, what's different this time? Interesting, isn't
You
it?
said that. Amen, sister.
So you got a mayor that has absolutely failed at her job, and you still got people out here defending her. Don't y'all talk about a black woman like that. That's why nothing's going to change. All right. They rely on the government and they still playing identity politics. All right. These people are woke. This stuff didn't just happen by accident. All of this chaos that you see in Cali all the time, it didn't happen by accident. These people vote for this because they're not smart people. You would think after a while, damn, man, I've been voting like an idiot my entire life. You do wake up to that eventually. All right. Eventually, you do wake up to the fact that you're a moron, but it's probably when you're late into your life, 40s, 50s, 60s, or whatever. And then finally you figure it out. But by then, everybody just looks at you. Oh, you just some bitter old man or whatever, so they ain't listening to you. It's people coming together in your community and insisting on getting stuff done. And sadly, this is a very, very, very harsh lesson. But I guess that's what it takes to kind of break apart that bureaucracy and get the stuff done that the government is supposed to do, which is take care of the infrastructure first and foremost. All of that true. She's absolutely correct. Again, you would think, hey, we go through all of this, all right? We go through this disaster, and that should get everybody on board. All right, now we know where we messed up. All right, now we're going to get things together. It's not happening. These people are going to continue to double and triple down on woke ideology, all right? And then they're going back here. They're going to tell you, oh, y'all got to pay for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going through this little insurance situation. Yeah, Fortune put this up, all right? Homeowners in California could pay a surcharge of $1,000 or more if the FAIR plan runs dry. So the FAIR plan is like the alternative when the insurance companies noped out. They said, deuces, we outro. No thanks, homie. We don't want to sit up here and have our businesses go completely bankrupt trying to pay for all of this nonsense that y'all got because you guys can't handle fire management, you know? Again, insurance companies, they also saw all of this. They was like, oh, we want to insure stuff in these areas? No, thank you. Yeah, we're not offering anything here or in this little red spot. All of these little red and orange spots, they said, nah, Cali ain't got their shit together. There's no way in the world that we're going to be able to offer anything in these areas. So now we got the FAIR plan. And basically what the FAIR plan is like, all right, you'll get some insurance, but it may not be able to cover it all. Let me actually get to the good stuff. Yeah, so this consumer watchdog nonprofit group, they had previously sounded alarms about FAIR's solvency. They warned that California homeowners could be on the hook for $1,000 to $3,700 in surcharges, or possibly even more if a major fire event were to transpire. And that's exactly what happened, all right? The major event that the group feared has occurred. And Jamie Court, president of the organization, says these figures are estimates in the ballpark of what we could all pay. The actual outcome will depend upon the total damages and the current state of FAIR's plan finances. So I want y'all to see this, okay? Here's what they have in their coffers, all right? The reason the FAIR plan is in dire straits is because it has so many policyholders in the affected area, including about $6 billion of exposure just in the Pacific Palisades, all right? So meanwhile, it only has about $200 million in cash on hand and $2.5 billion it can tap from reinsurance firms that acts as a backstop to insurance companies. More and more homeowners have come to rely on FAIR since other private insurers have non-renewed policies or increased prices dramatically across the state. So a lot of people are on FAIR, all right? A lot of people in the Palisades, all right? They're all on this thing. These cats only got $200 million in cash on hand, and then another 2.5 billion it can tap. And it says right here, hey, we already got 6 billion in exposure. But that's not even all, y'all. Yeah, they're saying that the LA fires could cost more than $250 billion. So that little 200 million y'all got, that ain't nothing. That little 2.5 billion y'all can call on, that ain't nothing. 6 billion in exposure, you're talking 250 billion. $250 billion. Who's paying for that? All of us. All right. All of us are going to pay. Yeah, this little $770 check ain't going to cut it. There will be a bailout. There will absolutely be a bailout. I'm telling you right now, not only will there be a bailout, Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass will not lose their jobs. The people that caused all of this mess will not lose their jobs. Now, I know that there's some folks in Congress saying, hey, we got to make sure that we hold them accountable. We make sure that we, put some stipulations and some considerations. If we giving you some money, you guys got to give us back, this or that. It's not going to happen. All right. California's already pushing back against it. You can't tell us what to do. So they're already doing that. It's a giant shit show. Again. And like I said, going back here, I love that Patricia Heaton came out and said this. Oh, there's some harsh lessons, man. They're going to be learning some lessons. And far left Hollywood, they're going to vote the exact same way on the next election cycle and the cycle after that and the cycle after that. These people depend on the government, all right? They're constantly got their hands out, looking for a bailout. They were looking for bailouts in Hollywood. Bail out the studios, during the pandemic. These people are always looking for a handout. They'll be looking for one here, too. You think this $250 billion, you think this money is coming out of their pockets, even though they're the ones that voted for this crap? You think this is coming out of their pockets over there in the Palisades? Hell no. You think this is going to cut? You think any of this is going to come out of their pockets? It's not happening, all right? Look, they already got it right here. Federal funds will be covering this and that. The $770 one-time payment. That one-time payment will become another payment, and then another one, and then another one. Again, there's so much political capital to be made off of this. All right. There is so much political headwinds to be made off of this. Vote for me. Give me your vote. Do this, do that. And I promise you, we will get more money coming in your direction. And it's all going to come from us. All right. It's all going to come from all of the taxpayers collectively. So it is what it is, man. Listen, nobody's going to learn. Nobody's going to learn. It's just a hot giant mess right now. And it's really kind of pissing me off. That's why I made this video, because I normally don't even talk about this, but because of that Hollywood angle, I'm bringing it in. This is pissing me off, y'all. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.